Last time on part 1, Joe from Black Koi Water Features got a call about an old waterfall that had many problems. The customer wanted to transform his waterfall into a masterpiece that matches the rest of a property on the beautiful Lake Kiwi in South Carolina that the house sits on. So the Black Koi crew went to work demoing the old one and starting the new one. The boys battled through some tough conditions, but the waterfall is looking great so far. So much so that the customer decided to expand the waterfall another 30 feet up the hill. The guys are almost done, so thanks for watching as we finish building and reviewing this amazing waterfall in part 2.
So plan for today would be just getting this trailer loaded up, getting a full load of mulch, and then just getting to it all day. We got a lot of landscaping to do. Any reason why we couldn't go ahead and mulch all the areas that's already been planted? Oh yeah, that's right, irrigation. Okay. Okay, cool. It's actually looking like it's pretty close to being done. So, that's cool. I don't think he can hear me.
Yikes!
What'd you say? You're breaking up, but we're just gonna go ahead and just get to work. I'll see you whenever you get here. So the plan for today would be to try and get this water feature done. It's a massive project, so we got a ton of loose ends to kind of fill in. So we'll just see where we get today.
Like we're almost done?
I mean, it's
like
pretty
done
close.
with the feature?
Yeah.
Or done with the cleaning, I wasn't sure.
Well, we're kind of close with both. I would say more so. Yeah, I mean both, really.
Yeah.
I mean, just a crap ton of loose ends is all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Priority number 1 needs to clean the feature, get this thing running as quick as possible, okay? Everything's pretty much edged except for up there and right there. So I think we should focus on that first, okay?
Okay.
After that, we can spread the compost everywhere. We need to get all these roots out of here. So all this stuff here, just if it's not gonna get covered up in 4 inches of compost and mulch, it needs to be removed, okay?
Alright.
We need to refoam that first drop because it was
cleaning it.
Just
in general.
in general, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter cleaning before or after, but we need to get the plants in, okay? And then everything is going to get planted. I'll have to space it all out, and then we got to reroute the drip irrigation, okay?
Okay.
So the drip is about halfway. Everything needs to be underneath the drip. Every plant needs to have water, right?
Yeah.
So
Cool.
we got a big day.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do.
For sure.
Looks really good though.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think? Definitely important to have a game plan today because we got a lot of little things to do. So we're toward the end of the job. You can see the guys are working hard up here, getting some landscaping in, but there's so much to do today, so many little things. So we devised the game plan, kind of divide and conquer. We got to get this pond cleaned. We got to spread the compost, get the landscaping in, get the irrigation in, and hopefully get to mulching a little bit later this afternoon. It's also really important when you're finishing up a job like this. I feel like the last part of the job is the most important part. You can put all these little details in the project. It can also get away from you, especially with me, because I love the details. I love doing like moss and all the cracks and getting the planks just in the right spot. But yeah, that's gonna be a fun part for sure. This is such a big water feature. It's something like 100 feet long, depending on where you measure it from. And it's the lake house, okay? So we want to focus on the summer, but we want to have year-round interest. And there's some challenges maybe, depending on how you look at it, but most of the planting needs to be low profile. I don't want things in 5 years to grow up like 6 feet tall in areas that wouldn't look right. So most of the stream here is going to be low profile plants, or plants that you can see through, like the muhly grass right here in front of me. The other thing, because it's such a big area, I think it's really important, like in nature, next to a waterfall, you always see mass plantings. So groups of, large plantings. So a lot of the plant selection, I might have planted 15 plants in one spot. But then it also is a residential setting, so I didn't want to do the whole thing in one mass planting. It wouldn't tie into the existing landscaping. So there's pockets of mass planting. But this thing is going to be amazing when it's done. Like, you come back 5 years from now, it's going to be full of color, full of heights, and it's going to be a garden that continually gets better with age. So here we've got some muhly grasses. Those are going to stay relative to the height that they're at. So they may get this tall. They're going to fill out a little bit more, but these are going to look amazing. So when you're sitting at the patio, it doesn't block the view of this waterfall. And then moving up the feature. So this is a weeping Japanese maple. So in time, this thing's going to continue to grow and weep and create a canopy over this waterfall. This is the absolute perfect spot for this tree. And one of my favorites. So on this side, we've got the red bark Japanese maple. So this is an upright. So this is going to kind of tower over the Japanese maple, tower over the feature, and give, hopefully, tone down the enormous height of the house right here in time. So underneath that we have some catmint. So it is in the mint family. It can be a little bit aggressive, but this is the perfect place to put it because it's not going to go anywhere. You're trapped by a water feature, you're trapped by a walkway. And then we got little splashes of this carex grass. This is really nice. It only grows this tall. It gives it this nice neon bright look in the summertime. It's just beautiful. And in South Carolina, this will stay evergreen year-round. So in here we have some coneflowers mixed with black-eyed Susans, so that's going to give it some nice color, mainly in late summer and fall, but that's going to be beautiful. Up here we've got some hydrangeas, so this whole area is one variety of endless summer hydrangeas. So that's just going to create this amazing wall of bright purple flowers. And then moving up here, we have some other hydrangeas on this part. So we have some little bobos. So these are fun because they're a dwarf, like compact hydrangea. So these aren't going to grow very tall. So we didn't want to block the view of the patio, so we wanted to have the view continue up here. But I also wanted to give some color in the summer because it is a summer garden. So these are going to be bright white. The only thing in the garden that's going to be white are these little bobos, so it'll really pop. Then here, for evergreen interest, we have some Pacific blue junipers. So these are going to grow out into the feature. They're going to grow down the rocks, and it's really going to be bright green year-round. It is a must for all water feature to have evergreens. More of this carex grass in here. We've got some Stella Diora daylilies on this side. So those are going to bloom like an orangey yellow in color. So there's some of those in here. Muhly grasses on this side. And then we got some catmint to kind of complement the catmint down here. More daylilies. And we're kind of repeating the same things that we have down here, so it's cohesive. But it's not in a pattern by any means, because nothing in this feature is in a pattern. It's just gonna look so good. So here we've got some more daylilies, happy returns, more coneflowers, black-eyed Susans. We have some azaleas over here. So these are an encore. These are an encore azalea. So these will stay compact. They're gonna fill in about this height here, and they bloom all summer long. So again, the garden is gonna have year-round interest. As it grows and matures, it's gonna fill in. So I don't like to mulch every year. And I try to design gardens that you don't have to mulch every year. You let the plants fill in, okay? up here to finish off the feature, and actually to start the feature, I wanted to have a natural backdrop. So these are a native species, rhododendron, but it is a little bit of a hybrid. But no one's gonna know. It's gonna be beautiful. So the idea is for this to kind of canopy up and kind of grow over and create like an evergreen wall. So yeah, it's the perfect plant for the start of the feature. So here we've got another upright Japanese maple. This is gonna have a bright, deep red leaf. So this is gonna grow and canopy this space here. So I feel like it really needed a tree that maybe gets like 30, 35 feet right here, because again, it's gonna tone down the height of the house. Like the junipers here, without those, the house would be kind of overwhelming. So this is gonna help with that. And it also is just gonna make this feature just even that much better as it grows up and over the feature. And we got some other standard maples down here. So those are gonna get that tall right there in time, but they're gonna canopy and spread. So what once is a full sun garden will eventually become a partially shade to shade garden. This was an already finished landscape job, so we obviously changed it dramatically. So there is irrigation here. So what we did before we started is we pulled that irrigation out of the way, and now because the feature is so much bigger, we've got a lot more plantings, we have to tie into that irrigation. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna tie into the existing drip irrigation and kind of weave it in, make sure all these plants are getting good water, and then after that we're gonna mulch. So I just checked the weather.
Okay.
We're getting rain, lots of rain.
Ooh.
So I don't think we're gonna finish today. We'll try, but
that kind of sucks.
well, we officially got rained out. We're calling it. We are soaked to the bone. We are getting so close to wrapping up. I can't wait for you guys to see this one. It is looking amazing. All right, we got the waterfall running. All we got left is a few little tweaks and details, and it's getting dark. So we're gonna be able to see the lights come on. We have color changing lights in this feature. I mean, it is gonna look unbelievable. I am out of water. That means it's time to go home. But before I do that, you guys check out this water feature. We're all wrapped up. The thing is looking unbelievable.
This is Joe with Black Koi Water Features. Thank you guys for watching this video. This water feature had some challenges, but man, it turned out so good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to see more, subscribe to our channel, or don't. But we build water features in Western North Carolina, Asheville area, and in Greenville, the Upstate, South Carolina. If you're looking for a water feature, give us a call. I'd love to chat. Thank you so much for watching.